God is dead. The phrases were etched within the annals of history by using German truth-seeker Friedrich Nietzsche, and now, with a heavy coronary heart, they're relevant to the undisputed god of rock and roll and heavy metallic Motorhead's Lemmy Kilmister. One of the maximum recognizable faces in music, he epitomized what it meant to be uncompromising and within the maximum cutthroat of industries. Motorhead had been now not surely a band, they had been a way of life, and the gravelly voice at the back of the microphone echoed those sentiments with each phrase. Lemmy changed into Born on Christmas Eve 1945 in Staffordshire, England. He discovered his first musical success as a guitarist with the Rockin' Vickers in 1965, who launched 3 singles and toured Europe. He left the group in '67 and floated round inside and outside of other bands till landing a gig as a roadie for Jimi Hendrix, a connection he made at the same time as residing with Hendrix's bassist Noel Redding. It wasn't until 1972 that Lemmy would leave an everlasting mark on the face of rock after becoming a member of the space rock outfit Hawkwind. Switching to bass, he carried out his rhythm guitar techniques to craft his particular sound and changed into the engine of the band, driving the backbeat of the psychedelic group at the same time as the guitars traversed the boundless expanse of the universe. Most considerably, Lemmy performed on Hawkwind's masterful double-stay album named Space Ritual, which is still seen as one of the nice stay facts to nowadays. The bassist became already developing a recognition that he could deliver with him all the manner until the tail of 2015. Dismissed from Hawkwind following an arrest for velocity, one in all his many vices of preference, Lemmy pursued his very own organization. Originally wanting to name his band Bastards, he turned into Instructed. It might never paintings or get him everywhere. In an unprecedented compromise, he changed the call to Motorhead, the name of the closing tune he wrote with Hawkwind. The first Motorhead recording lineup consisted of the growing legend of Lemmy, Eddie Clarke, and these days deceased drummer Phil Taylor. The 3 shaped what is arguably the most ambitious electricity trio to hit the degree and made their debut with a self-titled release in 1977. The album consisted of 3 Hawkwind covers and simply 4 originals. However, Motorhead became born. The actual Motorhead sound that all of us understand, and has been in most cases the equal in view that, got here to be in 1979 with the indomitable Overkill. The subsequent 3 facts, Bomber, Ace of Spades and Iron Fist, mark one of the best album streaks in the style's history, although Motorhead have been quickly becoming a style all their personal, delightfully present inside the purgatorial hole between rock and roll and heavy metallic. While countless different bands trap flack for by no means reinventing their fashion or for turning into hackneyed parodies of themselves, Motorhead and their fanatics took pleasure in having some other collection of songs that represented unadulterated rock with the release of each disc. The Motorhead legacy includes 23 studio albums averaging a brand new release much less than each year's. Simply placed, they all sound like Motorhead. On stage, Lemmy had a commanding presence, regardless of basically standing statuesque in the back of the mic. By simply walking up there beneath the lighting, the acquainted face that stood untested in 5 exclusive many years embodied why so many referred to him now not as the god or a god, but just God. Never one for frills or tricks, he plugged in and grew to become all of the way up, who prefer the herbal distortion from his amplifier to do the paintings as opposed to using pedals and tweaking knobs. Proudly branding themselves as everything louder than everything else, Motorhead robotically blew the proverbial roof off of venues and left ears ringing for days. Over the direction of their profession, Motorhead released 9 reputable stay albums, all of which proven their ironclad popularity. The band's lyrics have been an instantaneous reflection of Lemmy's outlaw mindset, almost completely handling drinking, capsules, girls, playing, loss of life and the verbal equal of an inflexible, center-fingered salute. The iconic frontman changed into a mentioned person of amphetamines, cocaine, and had downed a bottle of Jack Daniels each day for almost 4 decades, frequently imbibed with Coca-Cola. Taking pleasure in all of life's pleasures, Lemmy was also certainly one of rock's most mythical guys among the sheets, claiming to have slept with over 1,000 ladies. A popular culture legend, the Motorhead mainman made numerous cameo appearances in TV and film. One of his most memorable moments came inside the 1994 rock-based film Airheads. While seeking to figure if the person speaking to him became an undercover cop or report government, a member of the movie's function band the Lone Rangers asked who could win in a wrestling in shape, God or Lemmy. Conflicted, the officer states Lemmy, then changes his solution to God. The real answer trick question: Lemmy is God. While all of us have uttered the word before, our God commenced to reveal the cracks in his armor in 2013 as his existence of debauchery was beginning to take its toll. In a span of much less than 2 weeks, it became discovered that Lemmy had a defibrillator inserted in his chest and suffered a hematoma, forcing the band to cancel a string of excursion dates. 1 month later, Motorhead done at Wacken Open Air in Germany, but had to stroll off after 6 songs because of health problems surrounding the frontman. Just 6 months later, news broke that the reputedly immortal bassist turned into diagnosed with diabetes and unfortunately had to transfer from the staple of Jack and Coke to vodka. He additionally considerably reduced lower back on his cigarette smoking, whittling it down from packs an afternoon to simply 1 or cigarettes an afternoon. After staying out of the news for fitness issues for a short while, extra illnesses plagued our beloved Lemmy in the fall of 2015. After gambling critically abbreviated sets and canceling gigs altogether, it was revealed he became fighting a lung infection at the Bad Magic excursion. At a show in Texas, he walked off degree after 3 songs. Returning with a cane in hand, a visibly susceptible Lemmy took the mic and exhaustedly uttered the words, "I can't do it." The fanatics saluted him with cheers of "We love you, Lemmy," grateful to have been in his presence even though it was just for 3 songs. Bent but unbroken, Motorhead persevered to excursion for the duration of the rest of 2015 in unprecedented street warrior fashion, demonstrating that even during the maximum attempting times and pushing 70 years antique, Lemmy was each bit the god we made him to be, and if there was ever a hazard to go into reverse from his uncompromising methods, it might be universally conventional through the rock community. Instead, he stayed the route until the very end. On December 28, 2015, Lemmy handed away simply 4 days beyond his 70th birthday. In an announcement launched with the aid of Motorhead, it was discovered that he had been combating a completely aggressive cancer that he had found out about best days earlier. We are for all time grateful for the contributions of Lemmy Kilmister, a legend who is rivaled via none and revered by way of all. Thank you for the whole thing, Lemmy.